payment applications. And the strapline, faster cash flow, low costs, new routes to market. I'll just run through that quickly and give you some ideas. Xylyx Distribute is one of our products, what that does, it splits money coming into your organisation in real time. So let's say, for argument's sake, you sold an MP3 for £1 and 10 people were due to get a piece of the income. Then we split that money out in real time, either as percentage or fixed amounts. So if you think about that, that can kind of go into all sorts of different things. Say you're an affiliate network and you've got small amounts of money to pay to people that are bringing you business, etc., etc. So lots of different places that you can take that. This is the kind of you can see that just about kind of a model that really expands on that a little bit. This came out of a time I spent in the music industry, and back in 2000 or so, when people were thinking about doing music online, Sony got to a point very quickly where they had 600 outlets on the web, and they said, we don't want any more, which struck me as absolutely absurd considering what you could do with the web. So if you look at the top line, it's really a traditional distribution model. All they've done is put it on the web. And so you've got goods and services going out to the customer and money coming back up through wholesalers and resellers and so on. And so they've got a lot of administration with that, and it made it difficult. So what Xylyx enables is this model where, I'll just take this one here, you have a central distribution facility. It's going to be physical or digital product, and you have a sales outlet. Sales outlet can be either yours, it could be independent, and so on. This guy sells it, he does the marketing to the end consumer. The consumer pays the money to the rights holder, commission is paid to the sales outlet, and then goods are shipped direct to the end user. Doing this model, you can have 1 million outlets. This is all automated, all the processing of the funds is dealt with. You're not giving credit to anybody, don't take any risk at all. And there's no reason why you can't have sub-sales as well. So if it's a franchise, let's say you want to digitally franchise your business. I'm talking to a frozen food company, they have physical franchises, but want to have digital franchises, another sales outlet. And you could have sub-franchises, and if you took perhaps Avon with cosmetics, very similar sort of model, all the individual women that, women generally I guess, selling cosmetics to their friends and so on, they could have their own websites, and we could just deal with all of this for them, and then just the central place ships everything. Xylyx Micro. Okay. The idea with this is that it's really aimed at Web 2.0 companies. There is no fixed fee on a transaction below £2 or $3. So that means you can really bring the price right down to whatever it is you want. So if you were Facebook and you wanted to charge £1 an hour, now you can do it. It really is just that small. And we take the money in real time. So it's an e-wallet to e-wallet transaction. Now currently we've done this with money bookers. Probably a lot of you have never heard of money bookers. They're a bit like a British PayPal. And we're now working on, now that PayPal have opened up their API a few months ago, we're working on doing this with something that they call chain payments. We work with any payment gateway that has an API that we can access, so I'm not stuck on that. And then there are various different models that we can use as well, because we can do pay-as-you-use. Xylyx billing means that you can actually get rid of your billing platform in a lot of situations. If you took electricity as an example, every time you use so much electricity, a pulse goes down the line to the electricity company. They count the pulses and add them all up and send the bill out at the end of 3 months. There you are. With us, every time there's a pulse, we could take 2p or whatever out of the wallet. Thank you. So it's very much pay-as-you-use rather than pay in advance. Integrated payments in applications, again something that PayPal I know are doing quite a bit on, and something that we can hopefully take advantage of with them. A couple of months ago we were one of the prize winners at a BizSpark event, and as a result of which we got time in the labs at Reading. We've just spent 3 weeks in there, just come out of that, so we've now ported Xylyx onto the Azure platform. And we were the first people, in fact, to put Java Tomcat application onto Azure. As a result of that, Microsoft are actually looking at using us as a case study. Some of our clients must have a pretty girl in the middle. She's a really good singer as it happens. We're out to see her in some BBC programme for kids. This is the team, primarily me. I outsource the development to a Thomas, but those are the guys there. Not a sales director really. I'm looking for some money. But the other thing I want to do here is basically tell you about what Xylyx is, because in theory all of you could be clients for Xylyx, and if you're a VC, it might be that you've got clients that could use Xylyx. So I'm hoping that maybe I'll get some business as well as perhaps some funding. Any questions? I'm not that good, I know.
I would just, I didn't really understand what the problem was solving here.
What's the problem solving? If you, well, it's a classic one actually. If you looked at Microsoft BizSpot, they have a LinkedIn program, and there's a guy there yesterday that put up a notice that said he's about to deliver a software as a service application. Doesn't know how to do the billing for it. I was at the Geek and Roller event a couple of months ago on the Microsoft stand, and I spoke to tens of startups. Not one of them had thought about billing before they launched their development, for technical development. And the classic one actually is Microsoft, because they launched the Azure platform in February and didn't have any billing until March. Currently what they're doing is billing you monthly in arrears. We could solve the problem for them. Whether or not we get to that point, we're still talking. We'll see. So there are often problems where people see payments as a bit of a black art. With PayPal, because they've got an open API, what we can do is become a bit of an abstraction layer between PayPal and the client, or a web application, whatever, to make it easier for them to do the payments. So
do you actually replace the entire shopping cart, or do you just kind of sit in front?
No, we sit between the shopping cart and the payment gateway.
How do you deal with things? Part of the reason why it is a lane process right now is to deal with a lot of the risk sort of stuff. So the money goes to the merchant deals with risks and refunds and so forth. How would you do that if the money is already been split up and paid to the individual constituents?
Yeah, it depends on your model. We're working with a company called Culture Label, and what they do is an aggregator of cultural products, and they have every one of the top 100 art galleries and museums in the UK are clients of theirs. Their business model initially was to have a website where they were using CPA, so they would refer people back to other people's websites, and of course it doesn't work. At least if you want to buy 3 products, you've got to go to 3 different places. So what we've done with them is to have a multi-vendor basket. But Culture Label are the merchant on record. So what they have to do is they have to have a back-to-back arrangement with all the people involved to say, you are responsible for the shipment value. So what their model is going to be is it comes into one basket for the purchase, and then all the orders go individually out to the appropriate vendors. But they need a paperwork cover on that.
So do they need a merchant account, or you do that for them?
They have their own merchant account. The money never sits in Xylyx. We just move to where it needs to be.
So they have their own merchant account. Do they probably have some of their own payment processors into, or no? You do that through money brokers?
We do it through money brokers or PayPal or anybody, so it depends on who they want to use. So we're agnostic in terms of the payment gateway.
Okay, so in a way, are you replacing the payment gateway?
No.
No.
We work with the payment gateway, enhance what they do. Depends on the capabilities of the payment gateway. Money brokers are much less sophisticated than PayPal, for example, so we do more for them than we would for PayPal.
So the question I got to think about is you charge 3.95%. Is that on top of what the
No,
additional
that's
charge is?
the full thing.
So that includes the money broker's fees.
Correct.
The money broker's charges the full transaction fee, so you would keep that.
Yeah. No, we have a special arrangement.
Okay, so you special pricing for the merchant.
Yeah.
Okay, so a merchant has their own merchant account. Okay.
The arrangement is that we have this fee, so we sell that fee, if you like, to a merchant, but then their account is set up on that basis, so they have that fee applied to their account.
So it's guaranteed for them.
Correct.
And then it affects your margin with money that is or breaking product.
Yeah, that's right. We take a piece of it on the way through.
And how have you sold to date? Has it just been knocking on doors, getting installed at this point, and how will you sell in the future?
Yeah, been knocking on doors to start with. Launched in February. Our first client is Portal Gallery in London, and we integrated the online ticketing system. So in fact, every time a ticket's sold for them, 5 people get a piece of the income in real time. But the main route is going to be through the channel. So we're actually doing a joint program with Moneybookers to open up channel to .NET Magazine. There's 28,000 web developers and digital agents and so on. We're going to go to franchise organisations that can use this sort of stuff, but channel primarily. How many minutes?
Basically got 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
Can we do last thing?
Please.
Yes, yes, yes.
The audience?